Welcome to Enchanting Places to Go. This is where we take you on narrated journeys through the world's most magical destinations. Places where history whispers through the streets, where nature stirs the soul, and where every corner tells a story. Today, we travel to the coast of Brazil, to a town of whitewashed houses, cobbled streets, and emerald forests. A place where tides rise into the city and the past never truly fades. Join us as we discover Paraty, a colonial gem nestled between the mountains and the sea. Paraty is a historic coastal town located in the state of Rio de Janeiro, in the southeastern region of Brazil. Nestled between the lush Serra da Bocaina mountains and the calm, emerald waters of the Atlantic Ocean, Paraty is a rare blend of preserved colonial architecture, natural beauty, and cultural richness. The town has a population of around 45,000 people and covers an area of approximately 925 square kilometers. Despite its modest size, Paraty is a nationally and internationally recognized destination, known for its cobbled streets, whitewashed buildings, and colorful doors and windows. Paraty sits along the Costa Verde, or Green Coast, a stretch of Atlantic shoreline famous for its forested mountains and island-dotted bays. It lies about 250 kilometers southwest of the city of Rio de Janeiro and 300 kilometers north of São Paulo. Because of this location, Paraty serves as a cultural and ecological meeting point between Brazil's two largest cities. The town's historic center has been beautifully preserved, free of motor vehicles and full of baroque churches, art studios, and family-run cafes. In 2019, Paraty and the nearby Ilha Grande were collectively declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, not only for their architecture, but also for their ecological diversity and rich indigenous and colonial history. Whether you come for its history, beaches, festivals, or forests, Paraty offers a journey into Brazil's past and a connection with its vibrant present. History of Paraty. The history of Paraty begins long before the arrival of Europeans. The region was originally inhabited by the Guaianás and later the Guarani and Tupinambá peoples who lived in harmony with the land and the sea. They used the region's rivers and ocean to fish, trade, and travel along the coast of what would become Brazil in the 16th century. Portuguese colonists began exploring the area. The name Paraty comes from the Tupi word Paraty, which refers to a local fish, a symbol of the region's deep connection to the sea. The village was officially founded in 1667 and soon gained strategic importance due to its position between the interior and the coast by the late 1600s. Paraty became a vital part of the so-called Caminho do Ouro, the Gold Trail. Gold mined in the mountains of Minas Gerais was transported by mule to Paraty, where it was then shipped to Rio de Janeiro and Europe. The route turned the town into a thriving port, surrounded by colonial mansions, warehouses, and ornate churches. During this golden age, Paraty flourished economically and culturally. But as the mining industry declined and new roads bypassed the town, Paraty entered a period of isolation. Ironically, it was this decline that preserved the town's colonial architecture and layout, shielding it from modernization for nearly a century. In the 20th century, artists, historians, and travelers began to rediscover Paraty. It became known as a haven for creativity and cultural expression. Today, its well-preserved streets and structures offer a vivid window into Brazil's colonial past. In 2019, UNESCO recognized Paraty and Ilha Grande for their combined cultural and natural significance. The town remains not only a symbol of Brazil's historical heritage, but also a living, breathing part of its artistic and environmental future. Curiosities about Paraty. Streets that flood by design. One of the most curious features of Paraty is its streets. In the historic center, some of them were intentionally built below sea level. During high tides, especially on full moons, seawater flows in and floods parts of the town, a method once used to clean the streets naturally. Today,
it's a unique spectacle that adds to Paraty's charm and mystique. No cars allowed. Paraty's colonial center is closed to motor vehicles. Cobblestone streets, some over 300 years old, were built without modern paving visitors explore on.
foot, or by bicycle, adding to the feeling of stepping back in time. Literary capital of Brazil, every year, Paraty hosts the FLIP, Festa Literária Internacional de Paraty. This international literary festival draws authors, poets, publishers, and readers from around the world. For several days, the town becomes a hub of discussion, storytelling, and cultural exchange. Cachaça traditions. Paraty is famous for its production of cachaça, Brazil's traditional sugarcane spirit. There are several artisanal distilleries in the region, some of which date back to the 18th century. Visitors can take cachaça tasting tours and learn about its production process, still carried out with traditional copper stills. Cultural fusion. Paraty's culture is a blend of indigenous, African, and Portuguese influences. This mix is visible in everything, from religious celebrations and architecture to cuisine and local crafts. Folk festivals like Festa do Divino and Jongo performances reflect this rich heritage. Protected natural surroundings. Paraty is surrounded by one of the best preserved stretches of the Atlantic forest in Brazil. The region is home to waterfalls, hiking trails, and rare wildlife. Several environmental reserves and marine parks help protect its unique biodiversity, including mangroves, coral reefs, and tropical birds. Main tourist attractions in Paraty is a town that invites discovery. Its historical center is just the beginning. The surrounding forests, beaches, and islands reveal a landscape as diverse as its culture. Historic center of Paraty. The heart of the town is a carefully preserved colonial district with colorful facades, iron lanterns, and baroque churches. Walking its stone streets is like entering a time capsule. Highlights include the Church of Santa Rita, built in 1722, and the House of Culture, a former mansion now dedicated to exhibitions and community. Arts. Igreja Matriz de Nossa Senhora dos Remédios. This large neoclassical church stands at the end of a palm-lined square. It's the most important religious building in Paraty and a symbol of its spiritual life. The church is still active and is central to major festivals like the Festa do Divino. Praia do Pontal in Jabaquara. Just a short walk from the historic center, these urban beaches offer calm waters and local flavor. You can rent kayaks, sip coconut water, or enjoy live music as the sun sets over the bay. Caminho do Ouro, the Gold Trail. This ancient path was once used to transport gold from the mines of Minas Gerais to Paraty's port. Today, visitors can hike segments of the original cobbled road through preserved stretches of rainforest. Along the way, you'll find waterfalls, orchids, and a deep connection with Brazil's past. Saco do Mamanguá. Known as Brazil's only tropical fjord, this narrow inlet of emerald water surrounded by mountains is reachable only by boat. It's a paradise for kayaking, ecotourism, and photography. Traditional Caiçara communities still live in harmony with the environment here. Paraty's islands and bay. The Bay of Paraty is dotted with more than 60 islands and countless beaches. Boat tours depart daily, offering stops for snorkeling, swimming, and seafood lunches at floating restaurants or isolated coves. Crystal clear water, green hills, and colonial ruins make each route unforgettable. Serra da Bocaina National Park. For those seeking deeper contact with nature, this mountainous reserve offers trails, waterfalls, and viewpoints stretching all the way to the sea. Wild orchids, toucans, and Atlantic forest species fill the air with life and color. Forte Defensor Perpetuo. Built in the 18th century to protect the bay from pirates, this small fortress now offers panoramic views of the sea and town. Inside, there's a museum, with artifacts from Paraty's military and maritime past. Paraty is more than a destination. It is an experience of time, nature, and soul. It is where the Atlantic forest meets the Atlantic Ocean, where colonial stones echo the footsteps of gold traders, fishermen, poets, and pilgrims. where tides enter the streets not to flood, but to remind us that this town breathes with the rhythm of the sea in Paraty. Every corner has a secret. A garden hidden behind a gate, a song drifting from a window, a flavor, a scent, a story waiting to be shared. It is a place of encounters between the past and the present, between Brazil's cultural roots and its living creativity, between travelers and the stillness they often come looking for. Whether you come for the literature, the forests, the music, or simply to walk barefoot on ancient stones, Paraty welcomes you not as a tourist but as a guest, and perhaps as part of its story. If you enjoyed this destination, share it with someone who would too. Like and follow our channel for more narrated journeys to the world's most enchanting places. Tell us in the comments what Brazilian town or region we should feature next. And if you want to learn more about Paraty's surrounding islands or forests, let us know below. See you in the next adventure.